Dear students, in this video we will discuss about the female reproductive system. The human female reproductive system is specialized to support the process of gametogenesis, ovulation, fertilization, pregnancy, birth and childcare. But first we will discuss about the parts of the female reproductive system in this segment. A pair of ovaries, pair of oviducts, uterus, cervix, vagina, external genitalia and mammary glands. First of all, the topic starts from ovaries. They are the primary female sex organs. They produce the female gamete ovum. They also produce steroid hormone, ovarian hormones, 2 to 4 cm in length and connected to the pelvic wall and uterus by ligaments. Each ovary is covered by a thin epithelium enclosing an ovarian stroma. Ovarian stroma is the matrix of the ovary and is divided into two zones, peripheral cortex and inner medulla. Now the discussion about the accessory ducts. They are the oviducts, uterus and vagina. First about the oviduct, means fallopian tube. Each fallopian tube is 10 to 12 cm long. It extends from the periphery of each ovary to the uterus. Infundibulum is the funnel-shaped part closer to the ovary. Fimbriae are the fine finger-like projections at the edges of the infundibulum that aid in collecting the ovum after ovulation. And ampulla is the wider part of the oviduct after the infundibulum. Isthmus is the last part of the oviduct. It has a narrow lumen and joins the uterus. Now the discussion about uterus. It is also called as the womb. It is shaped like an inverted pear. It is attached to the pelvic wall by ligaments. The uterus is the part where the embryo develops into the fetus. The uterus opens into the vagina through a narrow cervix. Uterine wall has 3 layers of tissues: perimetrium, myometrium and the endometrium. Perimetrium is the thin external membranous layer. Myometrium is the thick middle layer made up of a smooth muscle. It exhibits a strong contraction during the delivery of the body. Endometrium is the inner glandular layer that lines the uterine cavity. It undergoes periodic changes during the menstrual cycle. Cervix is the narrow canal connecting the uterus to the vagina. Cervical canal is the cavity of the cervix, is called as the cervical canal. Birth canal is the cervical canal along with the vagina forms the birth canal. External female genitalia. They consist of mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, hymen and clitoris. Mons pubis. It is a mass of fatty tissue covered by skin and hair. Labia majora are fleshy folds of tissue that extend from the mons pubis and cover the vaginal opening. Labia minora are the paired folds of tissues under the labia majora. Hymen is the membrane that partially covers the opening of the vagina. It is often torn during first intercourse or coitus. It can also be broken by active participation in some sports like horseback riding, cycling, etc. A sudden fall or joint insertion of a vaginal tampon, etc. In some women, the hymen can persist even after coitus. The presence or absence of hymen is not a reliable indication of virginity or sexual experience. Clitoris. It is a tiny finger-like projection that lies at the junction of the labia minora above the urethral opening. Now the discussion about mammary glands. The presence of functional mammary gland is characteristic of all female mammals. They are paired structures of breast that contain glandular tissue and variable amounts of fats. Glandular tissue in each mammary gland consists of 15 to 20 mammary lobes. The mammary lobes have clusters of cells called alveoli. The cells of alveoli secrete milk. The milk is stored in the lumen or cavities of the alveoli. The alveoli open into mammary tubules. The tubules of each lobe join to form a mammary duct. Several mammary ducts join to form a wider mammary ampulla. The mammary ampulla is connected to a lactiferous duct through which milk is sucked out. Thank you. Have a nice day.